You already know the vibes. It's Naga. Tapped in real quick to give you a little download. First and foremost, though, if you want advertising, promotion, graphic designs, voiceovers, intros done, whatever you need done, you gotta holler at me. Hit me up. Information always in the description. You already know the vibes. Um, oh yeah, my prices too. Like we could talk about that whenever. It's based off the value of $75 a day, $250 a week, $850 a month. Because the going rate for advertising, just advertising, not graphic designs and promotions, is actually going 2,500 plus. So if you're looking for the right price and the right effort put behind your project, holler at me. I might throw in some incentives. So contact me as soon as possible. Email me. Information is always in the description. Anyway, let's get on to it. First and foremost, yo, when it comes to spirituality, divine understanding, and all these probabilities that most people are speaking about, for one, I don't even know what's up with Christians because you study a title that somebody put together, you believe that's what you are, you believe what that book say. Ain't no Christian I ever met went through Christ consciousness. I ain't never met a Christian that unlocked all chakras, send the oil up to 33 vertebrae, down the 33 vertebrae to the five fused bones, send it back up through their body, through their obla oblongata, hit the pituitary gland and shine through the pineal gland as the light of the body. I never seen nobody do that in real life. I know it's happened in history, but I never seen nobody literally tap into Christ consciousness. So that's what that means if you are a Christian or a person who walks the path of the light of the body. That's the definition, the true understanding, the heightened self that has been illuminated in the body. That's growing the soul inside of you. That's the concept of divine put out here. Everybody twisted around just so you don't understand what that means. But you can read 1,000 books if you don't access the workings of the body that divine put in motion of how you supposed to access that and what that means for you to tap into the motherboard of who you are and your connection. You ain't doing nothing. You just basically telling people what they not. So put that in your back pocket. Secondly, a lot of people claim spirituality and they claim to be connected to the divine, but you pick out on a you pick out on a conditions basis on conditions basis on how you feel and how you deliberate and how you deal with people in life. You're not in tune with the divine. Divine created everything, good, bad, and indifferent. It's not to say that you need to go waddle in shit because divine created shit. So I'm gonna go lay in shit. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's you have to have an open mind for everything. Doesn't mean you're gonna be a part of certain things, but you're not gonna walk around with a negative tone about nothing. Divine said, "Do nothing in my name within anger. Nothing. Do nothing in my name within anger." It's a fact. Divine is unconditional love, all power. So why would divine be angry about anything? Only inadmissibles in between that space and existence can feel any emotional concept that we deal with. And if it's beings that are hiding us, they are deemed to feel emotional concept too, even if they got power. So this is why I just don't be calling no man name creation the name of divine. I know what the most high is. I know what that means because all in existence, every cell in existence is created by divine in itself. So to understand that everything is being created by divine, how do I put a middleman, a foreman, a manager in between these values? I got brothers too. I know what that shit mean. I know what it mean to have brothers and have people that possibly can be involved with a value, but they ain't really putting that work in, so they not really rocking that title. So how can I hold you, demon bleed anything? It's the same concept with anything as far as a title when a person's supposed to be standing up in that value, but they don't meet the ordinance of what that value represents to the title. So the majority of the time, people just be thinking out their ass because they don't want to pay attention to nothing or study anything. So because you ain't on that, you don't know that. And this is why you need discipline within yourself. Part 3, or the third thing. I've said this a million and one times. Divine don't make mistakes, people do. And your involvement is your addiction. Your involvement to everything that's going on is your addiction to life. It's the reason why you want people to see you and hear you for the most part. Well, if you're going to be seen and heard, why not be seen and heard speaking the true connection of what that actually means? Now, we ain't about to dress it up in a way to make people feel comfortable because it ain't about your comfortability. It's about your connectivity. That be the real smoke that people don't want because they want to be comfortable in every single aspect. Mind you, look at how people act when they get uncomfortable in circumstances. They get embarrassed by somebody that they feel should be on the same side with them or whatever. Look how they move in their skin like snakes trying to shed the skin. They be like, I feel you can see it on them. You can see them feel some type of way. You can see the like even if they try not to show their face, you can see they feel some type of way. And that's important when it comes to the values. This is a practice I want y'all to do if you listening to what I'm talking about. Learn to watch people when they talk to you. Don't just listen to what they saying. Watch how they talk to you. Look at the words they choose and how they choose to say the particular words to you. That's the importance. See, everybody got these understandings that are particular to a value, but the retrospect of the value is not stood. It's not stood or is not structured to the stability of the divine understanding of things. People don't put divine on no pedestal. Y'all don't walk around putting divine on a pedestal all day. You too busy trying to let somebody see your punk ass. You want somebody to see you and say that that's who you are instead of you being what the work is and standing in that. That's the difference. That's how people always gonna fall short because they gonna want you to see them as something that they not. I don't even play them games. I give a damn if you see me or not. That's not the point. If divine sent me in your direction to drop some jewels, it's for a reason. My whole life, I've been around people who was about to die and people who was stupid. And that's because divine knew I was going to tell them the right thing, no matter what the age was. Even with people when they was passing away, divine was sending me next to them to let them know that passageway was going to be all right for them to pass. I would see people in the sky floating around. Dead people would pop up by my bed when I was a kid. I've been going through spiritual ordinances my entire life. I can't say that for everybody else because I didn't experience what nobody else went through. I only lived my life. And sometimes the shit was so scary, nobody gave a damn to even consider what was going on in my mind. So I had to learn to deal with emotional concepts I couldn't even explain. It's the definition of becoming a man before you're supposed to, but a lot of people don't even like to understand or comprehend that shit. They just want to test the value of what they believe these things be. They want to be assholes. This is how life actually works out for the most part. And then people try to couple that understanding with the direction of what they trying to do opposed to what they should do. No, your definition is flawed because ain't no structure in it that stand to the understanding of divine. How do you start something on a broken foundation and then be mad that the shit you talk about later don't stand up or it don't hold the value of that level of respect? No, then the reverse concept comes in. See, that reverse concept comes in and people are sitting there like, nah, my structure was sound. How your structure sound if this is the outcome? People don't run from knowledge. People run from lies. There's nobody out here going to run from learning the truth. It's people who don't want to hear the truth about themselves. That's something different. But when you teaching true knowledge that's going to keep you in a growth aspect, then what you're showing and what you teaching should populate, right? It should give more of the value of the knowledge of that understanding to prosperity. So if there's a function that's going on and there's no prosperity, that means what you teaching is bullshit. It ain't rocket science. It's just that simple. People don't be wanting to hear it because they think they're gonna be seen as a different understanding. This is the difference in between me and them. I don't care if you see me or not. I speak. If you listen, that's up to you. If you don't, all praise due. All praise due to the Most High. I don't sit there and be like, damn, they heard me. They're not listening to me. They don't want to listen to what I'm talking about. Nah, I don't care if I got subscribers or followers and none of that shit. I don't give a damn. It's not for me to be popular. Divine said, yo, teach the knowledge through your experiences because you real with your shit. That's what Divine told me. You don't forget nothing. You hold on to everything you went through, and you don't even let it bother you. You just remember that shit like a book. And when you look at people, it's the truth that you see in them, not the shit that they propose to everybody else. It's the truth that's inside of them. People are afraid of the knowledge of real power and truth, especially fortuitive knowledge, when you can see through their actions that when they talk and they trying to hide who they are. Majority of the time, I don't say nothing. Yo, I told you, Divine taught me how to remove my emotions from the eclipse of anybody else's activity coming into my understanding. Your activity coming into my life, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, you said what? Oh my goodness, they did what? I ain't about to do all that dumb shit like y'all be telling on yourself every single time. People be like, yo, and I be like, yo, look at this shit. How is everybody like? And then it's the fourth thing right here, right? I meant to make it the third thing, but it's the fourth thing. How people be talking about y'all, how you connected to the Almighty, Most High, Creator of all things, but yet you scared. Always talking about what's gonna happen next and what's gonna happen next. Do this and do that. Only power that's real is your true connection. If you really tapped in, you don't need conduits. You don't need to protect yourself. You don't need to do none of that shit. And I find myself slipping back sometimes, but you know I do. I give it to the Most High. I don't pray to what man prays to. I pray to the creator of all things, of time and space, the weaver of time and space. People want to know so much about divine. You get mixed up in the value of not even comprehending the message that's being sent. You ain't heard the message. You too busy trying to say, you know what I'm saying? You too busy over here trying to be like, oh, I got the message instead of delivering the message. You wanna instead of being the mailman, you wanna be the mailman and going out clothes. You wanna have going to the club clothes on, but you the mailman, you supposed to be delivering the message. But you wanna have on a whole gown and shit shining and some new sneakers or whatever have you. Like the concept is crazy to me. People don't rationalize nothing. They just do shit. And then you see everybody as the children that sat in certain rooms or whatever. Like when you was a kid, you see the same value as when you was in high school or middle school or shit. You be like, yo, motherfuckers don't never grow up. Forget about the knowledge. You ain't even grown enough to obtain that understanding. I might be talking too long, but I'm gonna see if I can upload this. I ain't trying to hold you. I'm just trying to show you something. You already know the vibes. Naga.